Hey guys, this is Pretty in Stitches and today I'm going to show you how to do pleats. We're going to be looking at knife pleats and box pleats, and these are great for clothing, home decor. Let's get started. So we're going to start with these. These are called knife pleats and they all go in one direction. So here I've made 1-inch pleats. So we're going to measure 1 inch down the length of this piece of fabric. Okay, so once you've done that, we're starting with the second one and we're matching that with the fourth one. Okay, so skipping the third and onto the fourth. Okay, so if it helps, you can make sure that it's straight and then fold over, matching those two. So you want to make sure the top of it is level and then we can pin it. Okay, so the next one, we're going to take this one, skip one and join it to the next. And making sure this is straight. Okay, so once again, I'm going to take this one, and you can see that the next one lines up with the previous fold. Okay. So I've pinned them down. Now depending on your project, you could sew it directly on top. So this could be a waistband, and then once you sew it, that will become your waistband. But for now, we want to go over the pleats and we'll tack them down to make sure that they stay in place. So we're going to sew these pleats down. I'm using a contrasting thread so you can see easily, and I'm using 1/4 inch seam allowance. We don't need to backstitch as we're going to be adding a fabric piece on top of this. So when you get to the pleat, you want to make sure that it's straight. You can hold it down. It's always easier to stop with the needle down. If it does stop like that, you can use the hand wheel and just make sure it goes in. And that will hold the fabric in place. So just in case you need to check under there, you can lift the presser foot and check without moving the fabric. So you want to make sure this fabric lines up with the bottom one. So So now we're going to have a look at box pleats, and you can see that they're different to the pleats going in one direction, and they kind of create these box effect. And these are more commonly seen in uniforms and kilts, and they look really pretty. So for the box pleats, we're going to mark the fabric. This time we're going to do 2-inch. So we're going to start with the second one and match over that first one. Now we're going to take the second one, and we want to match that with the next one, making sure that it's straight and the top is level. So we've created our first box. Then we're going to take this one and we're going to join it with the previous pleat. So this here is also called an inverted pleat, so it's the opposite of this box pleat. Then we're going to take the next one, match it up with the next marker. And then I'm just going to continue finishing that off. So with box pleats, you need to be extra careful because the fabric is against the presser foot, so it can get caught and end up stitching it like this. So you want to make sure you keep that down until it goes under the presser foot. So again, you want to make sure both the box pleats are in a straight line. So I'm going to use this fabric as a waistband to finish off the pleats. So I just wanted to show you a variation on the knife pleats. So this one has 1 inch folded under, which creates an even layer of fabric. So these are also knife pleats, but here we've used 2 inch pleats and folding under only 1 inch. So you can see the difference between that one and that one. So for this variation, with the 2 inch pleats and 1 inch folded under, I've just marked 2 inches on this fabric. I'm going to take the first one, the first marker, match it up to the second one. And then take the next one, match that up with the next one. So that creates 2 inch pleats with 1 inch fold. So I'm going to continue doing that. We have our knife pleats and the box pleats with the waistband on top. So you can see how that looks. And then if we have a look at this one, where I made some mistakes, see the difference? You see this sits in a straight line, whereas this one, it doesn't sit quite right. And you can tell because the ears are not lined up. So the front of the pleat and the back of the pleat don't match up. And it's creating that curve. So make sure when you are sewing that your pleats line up straight while you're stitching, and then you'll get nice and even pleats like that. I hope you enjoyed learning how to sew pleats. If you found the tutorial useful, like my video, and if you'd like to see more techniques and projects, please subscribe to my channel. See you soon!